All right, welcome everybody. It's Vishan Borich from Team Tough, and I know it's been a little while since I've had a hangout. And some of you who are brand new, you may be wondering, what are these hangouts? And if this is your first time, what is this business all about? Well, I want to share with you, first of all, I just got back I was at a big conference there, and we do something very unique with our group. We host what's called a mastermind. And a mastermind is a way for people that are in the same industry to get together and share some of their best practices and techniques and tips and things like that have helped them to become very successful. And I was fortunate to be on the leadership team again this mastermind. And so I got an opportunity to work with a lot of brand new people in the industry, and as they embark on starting their own online business. So some of you may be wondering, well, what's the topic of this hangout today? Well, today I really wanted to just kind of download to you some of the breakthroughs that I had and that I witnessed other people had over the past week. And I'm going to share some of those things with you. The other purpose is I want to kind of open the doors and show you what it's really like if you want to be successful in an online world, because I think there's very few people who really understand what it takes to actually be successful in an online environment. It seems like kind of like the California gold rush days. If you've read your history, that as soon as gold was found in California, everybody kind of rushed to the state of California in order to gold and to strike it rich. Very much how the internet, although the internet is not new, it's been around now for quite a while, but it's that gold rush. People rush into it hearing that you can make money online, but in reality, unless you have some certain skills and something else, which I'm going to be sharing tonight, it's difficult for you to actually make a living at it. I'm going to simplify it for you because I'm going to show you some techniques tonight, or I'm going to tell you about them that can really help you in your business. So I hope you're excited. I'm excited. Again, if you're brand new, I live in Branson, Missouri. This is my home here, or a portion of it. It's basically my whole lower level of my home, and it also serves partially as a guest room. So if you're wondering what that a couch turns into a lot of guests over here. So let me just share with you today. So get some pen, some paper, because you're going to want to take some notes. So here's what's going on. Basically, I think a lot of people have a misconception as to what leadership does in this industry. And by misconception, I mean, it seems if somebody's having a lot of success in something, oftentimes we think there's a secret. There's some secret that they know that you haven't found yet. Is that something that you personally think that maybe there's a secret that, if this person, or if I would share it with you, then you would be able to have success? I know you have, but most people have. In fact, I will admit, when I first got started in this industry, I also was looking for that secret. I wanted to know, what's the secret sauce to really having success? Well, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I definitively that there really isn't a secret. There are specific techniques that you can employ dramatically to have success. But there's not one thing that anyone can tell you necessarily that's going to convert you into a successful online entrepreneur. However, I will share with you this. The most important part of having success, or any business for that matter, is your mindset. Have you heard this before? Your mindset. And your mindset basically is what determines your success. Because if you are out there always looking for a secret or looking for somebody to help you, and you're not taking on, then what's going to happen is you're going to feel negative, and you're not going to produce your best work. In fact, you probably won't even continue the business, because you'll get to a point where you just feel like, oh my goodness, nobody's telling me the secret and I can't figure this out and it's too hard. And then you just drop out of whatever. Well, in the online world, it works pretty much the same way. 80% of your success is determined by your mind. Specifically, your mindset has to do with that drive, that unbelievable desire, your reason why. I mean, why are you wanting to do this business? What is it that motivates you to success? Where are you going? If you were to close your eyes for a minute and look into the future, what would your future look like if you can pick the perfect future? And for many of us, the perfect future would be one in which you don't have any financial worries. It's one in which you have free time to spend doing the things that you love, to spend time with your family. It's also the ability to travel and go play, that you have to ask time off. Or it's that freedom that a lot of people are searching for. And to me, that American dream, and I am an American. I know some of my Hangout watchers are not from America, but we have this saying here in American dream. And the American dream really, it used to be to get a good job. Go to college first, get a good job, work your way up, and then from there you'll become a president or you'll get some great salary increase and you'll be wealthy. Well, that's not the case anymore. And if you think it is, then you've been living under a rock, because times have changed drastically over the past 10 to 20 years, actually. The biggest change, loyalty in a company. And this is not new, but as you've probably heard, there are a lot of layoffs that go on across corporate America. And it's not that people aren't doing a good job. It's that the bottom line is more important than maintaining a certain number of people in their workforce. In fact, the more people that they have in their workforce, the more of a liability it is, because you pay that payroll. So this isn't new. I mean, if you've studied business and you understand how business systems work, it makes sense. It's not the best way to get wealthy if you start at the bottom as an employee and you try to work your way up. There is no loyalty from you. In fact, I've been in the corporate America world for 16 years prior to doing this. And one of the things that I found is that people who wanted to get a career, they would actually quit the job and get hired by a competitor, which would pay them more. And then over time, they might quit the competition's job and come back to the original place where they started out at a much higher salary. And this is just a game that a lot of people play to continually try to get ahead. But the problem is, because so many people are shuffling around, that the company has no loyalty, nor do the employees. And therein lies the problem. If you're one of those folks, and don't kid yourself, you are always replaceable. Everyone is replaceable. And you may think, oh no, nobody could do the job as well as I can. Well, you'd be surprised, okay? Because there are a lot of people out there who job that you do today or could be trained in how to pay for much less than what you're being paid. And I don't mean to break your heart, your career path, but that is definitely not the path that I wanted to be on any longer. And so let me tell you a little bit, now that you've seen that contrast, let me tell you a little bit about the online world and how that works if you're your own business owner. So the first thing you have to understand is that mindset thing. That you dedicated to improving yourself and having an attitude that you are going to succeed and you're going to go to your goal, to your dream, no matter. And there will be hard times. There will be times of doubt. There will be glorious times in which you're rolling in happiness because you are achieving what you said. Just as there are high times, there are low times, and you have to have the mindset to continue even when those things happen. Other 20%, because remember 80% is your mindset. The other 20% is the money making, the money generating actions that you take in order to grow, to achieve that dream that you've desired. It's also the paper pushing. Every business has things that you have to do that aren't as paying taxes and licenses and documentation and technical you have to go through in order to be a success. But then have the right mindset, all of those menial tasks that actually build a successful business become extremely difficult, because all you want is to achieve the goal. You don't want to have as much work as necessary in order to achieve the goal. But every business that you're in requires work, it requires dedication, it requires a mindset, like I mentioned earlier, on being strong even during the tough times. All right, so success in this environment thing is consistency. If you haven't heard about that, basically you want to take or choose for a strategy that's going to help you so that you can day after day start and growing your business. So what's the key? There's really just a few keys or things that you need to know in order to have an online business. The first is the name of the game in order to grow your online business is to collect leads. And a lead, yes, emails are gold. You may not see that person up front. You may not necessarily call them, especially if you're working completely digital, but that email address is the best way to keep in contact with your customers. So from your most important daily revenue generating task to employ a strategy that's going to allow you to collect email. All right, have a strategy like that. The thing about the business I'm in is we actually teach you several strategies, and I learned probably 5 to 10 different strategies alone in Nashville at the recent mastermind. And I'm one of those people, share those strategies as I employ them myself, so that they can learn those strategies and help grow their business. So if that's something that you're interested in finding more about, reach out to me and we can schedule some coaching calls with you to help you in growing your own business. All right, so we talked about one. Number one is having that lead generation strategy. Right now, think of them. So if you want to write these down, a few ways that you can generate leads. Number one, you need to have what's called an opt-in page or a squeeze page on your website. You need to have a website, of course, if you're in the online world. So you need to have a method for them to enter in their email. An opt-in page is a very fancy way of saying that you have a page, email in exchange for something else. Maybe you're going to give them a document, or you're going to show, or you're going to enter them into a contest, or you have a book. So these are all ways that you can, them giving you their email address so that you can capture that email address and start sending them regular. Okay, so the second thing that you need is you need to have an online presence is typically done with a web page, blog. I find that blogs are much better at generating interest in my business than just a static website. Well, a blog is constantly being updated, and I account mine. In fact, we're getting ready to go on a 90-day challenge. We'll be updating the blog every day for 90 days. And we also will be doing a number of other strategies that Nicole Barham and myself, she's another colleague of mine in the same business, and we are going a whole team of people that are in our business to basically $0 to $20,000 in 90 days. And we by employing consistency in our day-to-day activity in our business. So if that sounds like something you want to be, again, reach out to me. I'm not a stranger. I am a real person, and I'll be happy to get you in contact with all of the resources to get you started in doing that 90-day plan. All right. All right. So we talked about the resources. Here's the cool thing: is LinkedIn with all the different search engines. When you go out and you search for something, you go to Google, right? Most people use Google. There's a lot of other search engines, but that's the most popular. So when you search for something, Google uses a series of algorithms to look at pages that have, number one, the most relevant content to what you're searching for. And number two, content that it can't be really old. They're trying to find the freshest, newest content, most relevant detail. It's also looking for content that's popular, things that other people have linked to and pointed or forwarded to their friends or family. So a blog really can help those or meet that algorithm that Google has, because a blog is being constantly updated. That makes Google happy. They really love it when websites are being updated. And plus, the more online real estate that you achieve on the internet. So think of every web page, every blog post as buying up a small portion of the internet. And obviously the internet is ever expanding, but every post that you do is going to opportunities for people to find you. And obviously, if you like a variety of, or if you are focused on a specific market, you're going to have the most success, because the more you blog, the more that those people that like what you're talking about or like what you're blogging about are going to find you, because they're going to be searching for things that you've already written about. So that is number two. If you don't have a blog, I do want to share with you that the company I'm in actually has a out of the blogging platform that is a viral blog system. It's ready to go. There's great training, and it already has the SEO, which is search engine, built into the platform. So it helps you that Google can find you in other search engines as well. About our platform, sometimes it's kind of hard to come up with a good topic or a good title. The blog platform that we have actually gives you a resource, a button right on the blog page, where it'll give you ideas for topics and subjects. And those have always hit stuck. Some days I can click on that button and I'm able to quickly come up with a great idea for what I want to write about. So there's a wonderful way to help grow an online business. Now, one of the things I want to talk about as well, business, it can have several different aspects to it. It can be product-based. In other words, you have physical product that needs to be shipped or mailed out to the customer. That's one way. The other thing about an online business is it can be digital-based. A digital product is something that is web-based, or it's a digital format, or maybe a PDF document or class or a video series or something like that. Those types of things to the person who purchases it just by clicking on a button on your site. Download that information or watch those videos. It's a great method in order to make a living online, because in having those resources, you never have to stock up inventory. You have something that's evergreen, which means it lasts forever as a digital product. Another excellent way to make a living. The other way you can do it is through selling a service, such as online. Perhaps you have a special gift or a special class that you can teach. You could think on your website that allows people to click on that and actually go and purchase a class from you or attend a class with you teaching it. And you could do it similar to what I'm doing right now, which is using Google Hangouts in order to message of business and also to provide value to folks like you who are looking to get into or perhaps have one, but you're not quite sure how to make it a success. So I hope that's giving you just a few ideas. I went kind of fast there, but there really are a lot of different ways to make a living online. What's the key? The real key is you're going to be learning new skills. So if you're serious about having an online business, patient. You have to be patient with yourself, and that it does take time. There are so many things. There's so many tools, there's techniques, there's skills you need to be learned in order to have success. But You don't have to do everything yourself. The beauty of the internet is that there are a lot of people out there, and there are resources where you can find people who are much more technical than you are, if that's not your, or perhaps you are technical and you're looking for somebody more who can sell your product and speak you have to offer. And in those cases, there again are people that you can find online that'll actually do that for you. You have to start. And what I mean is you have to think, how could I accomplish the goal? And once you start thinking in the terms or how could I, it opens up that whole creative in your brain, and it helps you to determine different ways that you might be able to make things happen. I've cool recently, and that is anything that I have a question on, I can usually training on it out on YouTube. So a lot of times if I get stuck on something that I'm trying to do in my online business, go onto YouTube and do a search in there to find a tutorial video on how to do it. And often little videos, and I can pick it up really quickly on how to do that. So this has been a great tool for me in helping to grow my business. So I want to share a few other things. I took a lot of notes, actually. I have like 2 full notebooks, and this is an example of one here. This one is completely full all the way. I've got notes all the way in the back of this book that I took from Mastermind, and there were so many golden nuggets. I can't all of them here on this call, but really I'm hoping that you're kind of getting the idea on some of the things that you'll need to do in order to have success online. So let's talk. We talked about building a list. Building a list is your #1 skill that you'll need to learn if you're interested in having an online. The second skill is being able to build relationships. Now, relationships, you may have wanted to get into the online business because you didn't want anymore. I get it. Believe me, I do. Sometimes life gets a little stressful, and you'd rather just retreat and not have to deal with people anymore. But the truth of the matter is that people, they don't buy your product, they buy you. And the sooner you know that, the sooner you're going to have success in this business. They are looking at you to see how you and what you're doing, and do you about them. Because if you care about somebody, see it. They can see it in your eyes. They can see it in your face. They can see it in your smile, and they can tell that you're on their team. You're on their side. And people want to be a part of a team or a tribe, because that right there gives them the resources that they need in order to succeed. It also lets them know that they're not alone, because it's very difficult having a business on your own when when the going gets tough and that self-doubt comes in. It's hard moving forward when those things happen. But if you have people who really care about you and succeed more than anything in the world, then you're going to stick with it, aren't you? Because it makes you accountable to your actions. It makes you accountable. You have people that believe in you, succeed. And so therefore, you're going to do to learn your business and learn your craft so that you can have success. That's one of the reasons that I'm in. And my team obviously is called Team Tough. I dubbed the Tough Mama because tough stands for tough, unstoppable, fearless, and free, which are the qualities that I look for in a team. So what does it mean for people who are very similar to me? People that have similar personality likes, they have that strength within, have an outgoing streak at times in which they can share their knowledge and help others. So those are the type of people I look for. So I'm not marketing this to everyone. I am marketing my business only to those people who I would most enjoy spending time with. And that's where it gets fun, because the more that you target a specific audience that you really enjoy being, the more that your business starts to grow. It starts to build in momentum, and now you have avid fans or business partner want to see you succeed. Not only that, they want to collaborate, help each other succeed. And to me, that's what makes this so powerful. And it really set home for me when I was in Nashville at the mastermind. I looked around the room and there was, I don't know, close to 6 in the room with me. And all of us were there for a single purpose, a vision, if you must, all had certain things that we desired in our life. Freedom. We wanted location freedom, which means you can live anywhere. We wanted financial freedom so that we don't have to worry about bills and things like that, and we have extra to do the things we love. And the cool thing is the products that we have fulfill those needs. The challenge, though, is getting each person to focus. If I were to give you any secret right now, it would be that. It's to focus on a strategy that's going to drive traffic or get leads, and to be consistent. Every day, do something that's going to help your business and help others that are related to your business. And one of the things that I've been employing is I've been doing a lot more video. I've been posting those out on YouTube. And I'm basically helping to teach others about business, especially online business, and also to provide some inspiration who feel stuck in their life right now. And being stuck is not a good place to be. I mean, it feels horrible. I've been there. You feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Seem to see a way out. It wasn't until I found this group of people, this tribe, this Team Tough, that I all of a sudden that I don't have to be stuck anymore. By latching on to mentality and knowing that I can help others and they can help me, suddenly I had a plan. I had a plan for how I could help others to succeed in this business, and in turn, how it could help my own business grow. So I just want to challenge you that if that's something that you're looking to do in your life, if you're trying to find, and perhaps your job stands for just over broke, by the way, if you're in a job like that, then I challenge you to spend today in which you're looking at another opportunity, an opportunity to create a life where your business revolves around your life, not your life trying to fit into your business. Because when you're living your life and doing the things you love, people can see that face, they can see it in your body, and it attracts more people to you. It really does. I can't explain how it works, but the more that you start living your life in which you are happy, even if you don't have much to live on right now, but you do what you can with what you have, if you start living your life in a way that makes you happier, suddenly you're going to see, suddenly you're going to see a big change. All right, I'm gonna leave you with a few other things while my son's over here visiting with us. One of the things that I think a lot of people get stuck on is perfect. I think many times we believe you have to be absolutely perfect before you can have success in something. Here's a quote that I wrote down from the mastermind. There's no as perfection. Okay, it says there's no such thing as perfection in production. And basically what that means is that if you can produce something and get it out there, if you aren't embarrassed just a little bit by what you put out there, then you waited too long to put it out there. Okay, I hope that helps you, because that was a big breakthrough when I first started my business. I did not want to put anything out on the internet unless it was absolutely perfect. And I remember that first video that I did. That first video, I literally took, I think it was like 70 before I felt satisfied enough to put that video in the public eye. Now I can usually do a video in one take. Sometimes two if I'm not feeling it, but usually one take, and I've got a video proud enough to put out there. Now, is it perfect? Absolutely. My Hangout perfect? Absolutely not. I'm sure that you see things, or I say things that aren't particularly perfect as far as grammar is concerned. And I catch myself saying every now and then when I know that proper speech, you're not supposed to say when you speak, but it comes out. And I hope that you understand that. If you really want something in your life, you're going to do it no matter if you're perfect, because I guarantee you're not going to be. There's always going to be somebody out there who sees the imperfection. When you reach the point where you actually are okay with that, when you're okay with who you are, all of a sudden what's going to happen is you're going to start exploding. Okay, so I'm going to have Jack come over here. Let's talk to my Hangout folks. And he is one of that I'm doing. My two biggest whys. I have another. You're 6, right? And you say hi to everybody.
Hey.
Yeah, he's 6 years old, and I have another son. His name's Ty, and he's just about to turn 10. Actually, and these guys are my biggest. I know in the corporate world, it's kind of pushed back to have your kids involved in certain things. You want to kind of, put them in daycare, put them in school. But in this, kids are an important part of our life. And again, I revolve my business around my life, not my life around my business. I don't try to here and there. So here, he likes to see what I'm doing, and he comes down into my office and he watches what I'm doing, and he's learning what it's like to be your own boss. He's work, doesn't it, Jack?
Yeah,
takes a lot of work. How do I interact with people, and how he can interact with people, and I bet you're also learning some things about being a hard worker and having a really good positive attitude too. Yeah, we focus a lot on having a positive attitude, because really that's true. When going gets tough, we side and try to find things that we have gratitude for. Is the more that you start looking for the gratitude in your life, the easier it is to find. And the more gratitude and the more thankfulness that you have, the happier you become, because you look around and you think, wow, I've got these two beautiful, I have a nice office and a home in Southern Missouri. And so I'm happy. I have time freedom. I'm going to go help Jack. He's got a what is it, field day this Friday? Yeah, that's this Friday. So he has the field day at his school. Have the capability to go and help out as a volunteer for that. So I'm going to do that with him, and that's something that I never had the opportunity to do when I was working in corporate America, because I just couldn't take that much time off, and there's always some activity going on with kids at school. So I'm really excited to do that with him. So I challenge you today, if you're looking sauce to having a successful online business, I'm going to give you just 3 more things that I want you to write down. 3 things you need. We talked about the first one. That's your attitude. The second one is you need a good business system, something that gives you residual income. Between residual income and linear income residual income pays you again and again, even when you're sleeping, or even when you're on vacation, or even when you're snuggling with your kids. Okay, whereas linear income only pays you when you are working the job, or you're at your business. Be a doctor. A doctor gets linear income. I know a lot of people think doctors and lawyers are the wealthiest people that you can in a society. But the truth is, they have linear. If they get sick and they can't, if they're adult to work, then they don't get paid. All right. Whereas if you have residual income, you're going to continue to, even when you're sleeping, even when you're spending time with your kids, because the money keeps coming in, because you've built an online system, keeps paying out even while other things. Right, Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's what we're building here in our online business. And I encourage you, if you're online business, you can click on the button below. You'll see one down here below, and you can join Team Tough, and then we will help you. We'll give you training on how you can start building residual income. All right. The third thing that I wanted to say, so you've got your residual income, you've got your mindset. The third thing is that you really need a mentor. And a mentor or coach is somebody that's going to keep you accountable and help you get on the right path. Now, they're not going to, and I want you to make sure that you understand that when you get a coach, when you get a mentor, all right, we'll see you later, Jack. Your mentor's job is not to do the work for you, and it's not to answer every little question that you have. Okay, I think a lot of people think, oh, I have a coach, can't figure something out, I'll just ask them. Well, yeah, their coach is there to help you and to help encourage you, and sure, they can answer some of those questions for you. In fact, they could answer them all, but is that really being a good coach? Not really, because it's somebody that's teaching you how to be a good business owner. A good business owner is somebody who has time with their family, has time to do the things they love. Answering people's questions and doing all of the technical work for them, or helping them figure out some catastrophe that's going on with your website, they don't have the capability to spend enough time with their family, work. All right, so you are taking advantage of that rather than using them for coach. So what should you do? You need to find a coach who is strong and is already doing what it is that you want to be doing. If you're interested in online business opportunity, then I'm one of them. I'm one of the guys out, and there's a whole bunch of us that are coaches or in the same business I'm in, that their job is to help inspire and coach and uplift new people who are coming into the online business. Even those people who have absolutely no technical skills, a coach can help them and show them how they can build a business no matter what. Okay, so for me, when I coach, some of the things that I do is I give them a step-by-step plan on what they need to do on a. And we do that. We have emails that we send out. They come out daily, and it has a list of things to do, and it even has done for you. It even has done for you social media you can use every day in order to be consistent in growing your business. And the coach to keep you accountable for making sure that you're doing what you. And these things are so important, especially when you're brand new to a business. You need to know that you have after you, and making sure that you really are doing what it is you say you're going to do. Because sometimes it gets hard, doesn't it? It gets hard to stay focused, but when you have a friend, that can really be the thing that motivates you to keep going when the going gets tough. So I hope that I've given you enough to digest. I know I've spoken here for about 40 minutes. I wasn't sure if I'd go an hour or not today. Let's save some more of this stuff for some of my other down. And if you're not familiar with that, every Monday, typically at 1:30 Central Time, I do what's called the Down and Dirty at 1:30. And this is one in which I give primarily, and sometimes I give inspirational things like that as well. The goal of that hangout is to help people that are on my team so that they can continue to move forward and build their businesses. All right. So because I was out of town and I felt like, man, I hadn't talked to my people in a while, put this one together. So I promised in a previous email something big that I wanted to announce. And so I want to do that on the call, or you just got to hang out. This is the juicy part, right? So one of the things that I do for a long time is I've wanted to do my own mastermind here in Branson, Missouri. And so I am pleased to announce that I have, and we're going to be having the weekend marketing mastermind with Team Tough on the weekend of July 17th through 18th. All right, that'll be here in Branson. Save those dates. I'm going to be giving you an update as to, you know, how much it costs to be a part of that and what you can expect to learn. But it's going to be incredible, and it's going to be an opportunity to share 2 years of information, but the golden nuggets from those 2 years that can help somebody get up and going with an online business. Doesn't that sound cool? I really wanted to do this. It's kind of something that I've had a vision. There's so many people out there who want to have an online business. They want to have a coach to help them, but they just aren't sure where to get started and how to put all the. But my goal for that weekend, July 17th through 18th, is to basically walk them through step by step on how they can set up their business. And we will to setting up a funnel. We'll go into setting up social media strategies and a blog all in that weekend, so that anyone who comes, they're going to have something tangible, something already built with, and know that they are ready to start promoting their online business. So I'm really about this. I think it's going to be an amazing weekend. And if this sounds like something that you'd be interested in attending or learning more about, then shoot me an email or you know, find me all over Facebook. Shoot me a message, and then we'll get you the information to you so you can make plans and see if it's a good fit for you. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end tonight's course. Sticking around, I hope you find value, because that's what it's to provide extreme value for you as you grow your life. Make it a great day. We'll see you on the next call. Take care.